Hey, this is Blake Allen, the host of the Outdoorsman's Art Radio Show. As an outdoorsman and hunter, I have always experienced something that I don't want to experience, and that would be hate from vegans, anti-hunters, and animal activists. You know, as a hunter, I enjoy the pursuit, not because I enjoy just shooting the animal. I get pleasure from eating its meat, from using its fur to make money and put it in my wallet. I love the pursuit of the outdoors, whether that be hunting or trapping. And people these days have criticized me. I've received hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of just threats and hate comments and all of that. I've received it all. And I've never understood it, and I've always had a passion for hunters who have just had this experience of anti-hunters, such as Eli and Ariana Gordine. They went to an African safari hunting trip and successfully and legally hunted a giraffe. And they gave all the meat to starving children in Africa. It was a successful hunt. She was only 12 years old. She successfully did that. And she posted her kill on social media, and it went haywire. It went viral. She received over 75,000 comments. They're all hate comments, and it was terrible. She was all over the news. She was on Good Morning Britain, Good Morning America, and she made Yahoo News. She was everywhere because she successfully and legally enjoyed something that she loves. And she gave the meat to the starving children in Africa. I'm more worried about starving children in Africa than I am worried about giraffes. I'm just going to be quite frank with you. And you know, that started a burning passion for me to reach out to the vegan, to the anti-hunter, and to the animal activist. Say, hey guys, this hunting is something that we like. You may not understand it, you can't, but if you don't understand it, don't hate something you don't understand. Don't hate something you don't understand. And they do. Simply because it's out of ignorance, but they don't realize why they even hate the pursuit of hunting. Oh, it's because they kill animals. Well, we kill animals because it's allowed by the Bible. It's allowed by the government. It tastes good. It brings us money. It's a fun outdoor pursuit. It brings memories with our families. And yet, anti-hunters are so against us. Henceforth, I have chosen a rare book called The Hunter's War. It's a reasonably short book, less than 75 pages, about a 45-minute read. And this book will be released on January 2nd. If it's already released, you'll see a link right down here to purchase this book. It'll be free on the Amazon Kindle the first 5 days of its publication. So January 2nd all the way until January 7th. It is an absolutely free book on the Amazon Kindle. So you can download the Amazon Kindle app and get it straight from your phone. You can download it onto the Kindle device. It will be a free book for you to read. The Hunter's War, Vegans versus Hunters. I also had forward Eli and Ariana Gordine had forward my book. They have experienced anti-hunting pain more than I ever had. And so I asked them to forward my book. They are also the co-host of my radio show. And so this book will be available on Amazon, eventually in Barnes & Noble and other bookstores. And so please, read this book. Again, it's free the first 5 days of its publication on the Amazon Kindle. I encourage you to read it. If you don't have the money to get it, again, it is free. And so I encourage you to read this book. It will also be available on paperback and sooner or later on Audible. And so please, get this book. It is a passion of mine for me to help hunters understand why veganism is wrong, why veganism is such a big deal in the first place. Some hunters don't think it's a big deal. And why is it so very wrong? Why is it? So in this book, I tell you about that. It's all chock full of information. I encourage you, outdoorsmen, hunters, and trappers, to read this book so that you might understand why veganism is wrong and why we must teach our children, our friends, and fellow outdoors, and why veganism is wrong. Because eventually, we're all going to hunting is a dying art. In order for us to bring back the skills in the outdoors, we must teach that veganism is wrong and teach our kids how to enjoy the outdoors, how to hunt, and how to trap. So this book talks about that all. Again, I'm Blake Allen, the host of the Outdoorsman's Art Radio Show. And I beg of you to read this book. It comes out January 2nd. It'll be on the Amazon Kindle and on paperback.